symmetry with it. Okay, Jericho, we were just talking a moment ago, we were just talking about the amount of work you put in. You work very hard. But the one thing that I want to stress for everybody in TV land out there and internet land is that really all of your gains, or the majority of your gains, were the effort that were put forth in that hour in the gym. I bet. I mean, would you agree with that? That it's really just an hour a day in the gym is all you really needed to really accomplish where you're at?
Yeah, absolutely. That was a big re-education from coming from high school sports, which was my last known reference point for working out. It's like, yeah, you don't need to spend all day in the gym. A concentrated, focused hour, and you can get all the gains you need. And after that, just like you said, it's what you do with the other 23 hours, and that's nutrition. So.
On the intensity scale, I mean, a lot of people, as you see, they come in the gym, they sit down, send a text message or two, get comfortable, work out, and they start the workout. I'm not saying it's a problem with having your phone, because many people like to have to work and have to be in touch with their offices. However, once you pick up that weight, you're married to it.
Yeah, that was the thing. Working with your trainer at Steve was fantastic, because that's where the focus came in. As soon as we started the program, there was no effing around. I wasn't checking my phone. I wasn't trying to talk to buddies, taking 5 minutes in between sets. We hit sets. He had set rest times for me, usually 30 seconds to a minute, depending upon what month we were at, and we got through it efficiently. And again, it was always less than an hour. It was never, again, all afternoon in the gym. I just don't do that. And I couldn't do that in my normal life anyhow, so that's another thing I'll be bringing back.
So when you came in, I mean, your conditioning was off, everything was off, so you were able to come in effectively, just start. You weren't killed, you weren't murdered. You didn't have to have somebody come pull you out of bed and drag you to the bathtub. So you were able to function and move on without too much of a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first 2 weeks, just like anything else for anybody who's played high school sports, first 2 weeks you're gonna get over the initial soreness if you haven't worked out for a year. Basically, I hadn't worked out a whole lot before I came here. Once those initial 2 weeks are done, and that's the initial aches and pains of starting any physical activity, then it was just normal life. I'd come in, I'd be tired at the end of the workout, but as long as I got good sleep and I ate adequately, the rest of the day I was functioning normal, like I would have at home with work, and I was doing whatever I wanted. Go to the beach, get on the internet, and do some work. All that stuff was just normal. But yeah.
So how did you even know about it? I mean, what made you even look for Elite and be willing to travel all the way from Japan? I guess you come from?
So I just spent the last 6 years in Japan, and I had a lot of vacation time built up. So in the year before I came here, I did a lot of research. Because again, I'd come to Thailand before using Muay Thai as a way to try and get fit, but I didn't have a plan. That's the thing. I failed to plan, therefore, I never achieved any of my goals. This time I had set goals. I researched where I could, who could help me to achieve those goals. The jiu-jitsu and the fitness transformation were two separate goals. I came here to do them at the same time. And after a while, the only gym in Phuket that could do that was yours, Elite Fitness. It's the only one that offered a fitness transformation focus. The other ones around here, I'm sure they're great, but they're CrossFit oriented. They're for combat athletes, and it's just to get them conditioned. No emphasis on if you're coming in and you're not already some sort of amateur athlete, which I wasn't. I'd been one, I got out of it, and now I'm finally back into being an amateur athlete, and I've got the transformation goals I wanted.
Well, as you were just touching on about CrossFit and some of the others, I mean, body sculpting is as important as conditioning, and you have to know what body parts to work in conjunction with another to create the symmetry and the look that you want. I mean, just running around in circles doesn't do it. The other thing I wanted to touch on, very, very important, and probably the most important thing that we're going to talk about right now, is the dramatic effect that fitness is going to have on obviously your physical appearance, but even more so on what's going on behind that screen. We're going to pull the curtain back for a minute. We're going to talk a little bit about what happened when you went down and got your levels checked, when you went to the doctor when you first got here, what dramatic effect happened from there. I mean, just fill everybody in on what just changing your diet was doing.
Yeah, that's something I probably should elaborate on. So part of my fitness transformation goals, in addition to just the aesthetics, was I came here as I was diagnosed with diabetes back in 2007, type 2. I was already overweight. I had high cholesterol and high blood pressure. I'd been taking meds, but they weren't really doing anything because my lifestyle would counteract all that. So I got here, specifically the nutrition, the exercise, also the nutrition change affected me so much that each 3 weeks that I went into the local hospital here to get my complete blood analysis, it just got better and better. So I was taking off high blood pressure medicine, taking off high cholesterol medicine. All my stats are in the normal range. I'm still technically a diabetic for the rest of my life, but it's completely under control. I'm not taking insulin, and it's just been great. So that's something else I'm leaving here with. And my resting heart rate is back to what it was when I was a high school athlete. 72 beats. It's been, just a great experience here.
You were actually, I guess, moved because of Mark Bison. Is that correct? I mean, you saw what we did with Mark. Mark is a friend of his that I trained. And Mark came in as I'll let you explain the story. You know him better than I do. I mean, know him longer than I did.
Yeah. So Mark and I, we met here in 2009. We both went to the same Muay Thai camp, and back then he was doing a big change in his life, and he was a slim English guy, and he was fit, but he wasn't he wasn't particularly where he wanted to be in life. He did Muay Thai for a few years, loved it. And he got pretty cut, but he started lifting here like about a year before I came, and he just changed completely. He got into bodybuilding. His muscle mass.